Hey guys, what's up? Now, all of you are probably thinking, Abby, it's the middle of winter. What are you doing with all your seeds? There's no way you're gonna start planting things right now. I mean, outside right now, we have about 4 inches of snow out there. Hi friends, I'm here. I got my hot cup of tea and lots of seeds. The ground is completely frozen. I'm not planting any seeds outside, but we have to start thinking about our gardens right now because some of these things require you to start them inside some 8 to 12 weeks before your last frost. So I got my seeds out, I have my notepad out, and I'm ready to write down when I need to start planting so I can get a little calendar together and just be organized so that we have lots of food coming out of the garden this summer and fall. So I just wanted to share some of my favorites from last year that we did and some new things that I've bought that I'm very excited to try. So here we go. Why did you draw a picture of that?
Because I want to remember that someone's going to take me.
So if you have been with us for our YouTube journey, you know that last year I was pregnant during this time. We moved in early March and then got a bunch of seeds started while I was pregnant and had big hopes for a big garden and planted a bunch of stuff from seed and got it moved out into the garden. And then, you know, life happened, and having 3 kids and a newborn made things a little difficult to find time to get out into the garden. So we had lots of things out there, but didn't get to really take care of them well. So we still got a ton of food out of the garden, but I know that this year is going to be even better. So some of the things that we loved from the garden last year, first of all, these Muncher cucumbers were amazing. They were so, sweet, I guess. Like, not bitter. They were not bitter. The skin was good. Even when they got pretty big, they still were not bitter. And they were just really good producers. A ton of cucumbers we harvested. And so these were really good. Definitely will be doing these again. So those were good ones. And then these Dr. Witches, however you pronounce it, tomatoes, yellow tomatoes. These are like big yellow tomatoes. They were great we made soup with them. We sliced them up and put them on sandwiches. We just sliced them up and ate them, or like a little tomato basil salad. So they were delicious. Definitely going to be planting these again, along with lots of other tomatoes. My kids love snacking on cherry tomatoes. So I bought several new varieties of cherry tomatoes, and I just haven't received those seeds in the mail yet, but those will be fun to try some new varieties. And then Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard. My family, they'll eat it when I make it. So I'm excited to grow this again and play around with different uses and hopefully get my family loving it. And then kale. We also grew your traditional blue curled Scotch kale, but this dinosaur kale I really liked, and even though this kale got ravaged by the wild animals, it just kept coming back, and I was, we were eating it and I was feeding it to my rabbits like all summer long, all through the heat of the summer. So this was a really good one. Definitely will be growing this again. And then these Chinese red noodle beans, I did not grow them at the beginning of the garden season. I started some in the like late summer, and so we had just a few, and they're not like your traditional bean. I didn't even end up cooking any. I think we picked maybe like three tiny ones. Like they did not, I just didn't get them in the ground soon enough before the frost. But well, and we have lots of deer out here that like to munch on them. So I'm excited to try these again because they look beautiful. I mean, you can see how long they can get. Super long, 18-inch pods. And I've heard you can cook them in like a stir fry way, and we love stir fry, so that would be really good, or just eat them. So I'm excited to give these a better try. And my kids love eating beans. That's like their favorite thing. Well, probably beans and cherry tomatoes to just go pick out of the garden and just eat. They love that. So on to some new things that I bought that I'm excited to try. I still have a few more seeds coming in. So there's a few varieties of cherry tomatoes that I'm excited to try, and we're going to try and grow some pumpkins this year. So those seeds are coming. I do not have those right now, but I'll show you the new seeds that I got. These are corbachi, I think is how you say that, peppers. And they're a sweet pepper, and they're like real skinny and long, and my kids love like your sweet colored bell peppers. So I'm thinking these, if they're anything like a sweet bell pepper, they would be good for the kids to just grab out of the garden and munch on. The only hot peppers that I'm gonna grow this year are jalapenos and poblanos. We like really do not like spicy foods, so I'm not too worried about my kids going in the garden and just picking peppers to eat, because even the jalapenos and the poblanos are not super spicy, so they'll be fine even if they happen to get one of those. But these, they'll know the colorful peppers are the yummy ones. So next, cabbage. I have never grown cabbage before, and mainly because I just have not had the space to grow it. And then last year, you know, I just didn't get on the ball about doing it because, you know, life, babies, children, animals, all the things. So I'm excited to grow cabbage. This is red acre cabbage. I also just bought some green cabbage seeds, and I love eating cabbage. Matt will eat it. I think he enjoys it. And then the kids, Corin really likes it. The girls are kind of like, it depends on the day. But I'm excited to do different things with the cabbage. Maybe we'll even try some sauerkraut. That would be really good. All right, and last of the things that I pulled out from my giant bin of seeds was holy basil. I love basil so much. I put it on pizza, in salads, on sandwiches. It's just so yummy. And the holy basil I've never tried, and I've heard that the pollinators love it and that it's really good. So I'm excited to try this. I also got some opal, dark opal basil, and that's like a purpley, so I'm excited to try that as well.
Opal.
Yeah, I like opal. So new basils to try, which will be super fun. So yeah, I also bought some flowers for the pollinators. I have some zinnias. This is a new like fun type of zinnia that I'm excited to try. I'm just excited to have some different flowers that I can cut and bring inside. Some yarrow, so pretty. And then, you know, it's good for the pollinators, and they will be around to enjoy the flowers and pollinate all the vegetables. And then we can also cut some and bring them inside to be pretty, because I love a pretty plant inside. So yeah, lots of new things to grow, lots of old things to grow. Just need to figure out where we're gonna put it all and when to plant it. So I have a big calendar of when to start some things, and we'll bring you guys along on that journey of starting some seeds and watching them grow and then getting them in the ground and starting to harvest. So hope you all have a beautiful week and enjoy some warm tea, because it is still very cold, at least up here where I am in northern Indiana. Very cold and snowy, and but we're looking forward to warmer weather on the horizon. Okay, bye y'all. Okay, I need you to stand here. Sit down. Just not in the camera. No, go.
When I go potty, there was like not a lot, and I pooped, so I used the rest, and then I put
A new one.
or
Thanks, bud.